And now D-Star01 Productions presents Drawing with Ronald Hunt.
What is the matter, Ron? It seems you're a little troubled, perhaps?
Something in regards to this drawing here is incorrect.
What can I do to make this a masterpiece?
It's not what you need to do, sir. It is what I need to do. Utensils! Urchins! Disrobe.
Oh my!
I present to you the Figma Table Museum Venus de Milo. The actual marble statue was created at a slightly larger than life size of 6 foot 8 inches, sometime between 130 and 100 BC. It is believed to depict Venus, the Roman goddess of love and beauty. Named after the Greek island of Milos, where it was discovered in 1820 by a peasant named Yorgos Kentrotas. Is this figure a true homage to a work of art? Let's find out. Oh, hey everyone, and thank you for joining us once again on the D-Star01 channel. I'm your host, Dexter Raffulus, and today we have a very special guest, my artist, Ron Hunt.
Ahoy!
Ooh, look at this. What has he got? What's he got going on here? Ooh, he's got a fancy name tag just like me, yeah. Anyway, everyone, today we're going to do something a little bit different. Usually I review anime figures and movie figures, but we got something else. What is it, Ron?
Wabang!
Whoa, 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 what is that?
This is the Figma Venus de Milo.
Venus de Milo? I have a question for you. Why did you buy this figure?
The Venus de Milo is a wonderful piece of artwork that was discovered in Greece many, many years ago. And what do you know? Figma went ahead and decided to capture the very likeness of the goddess Aphrodite in plastic.
There you go, a little history for you all. So today we're going to be reviewing this figure. We're going to see if this is worth your money, shall we?
Paint and detail. Nothing too fancy on the paint here. The figure has a couple of orangish, aging dry brushing done to mimic the Louvre's prized possession. Not a whole lot to question here. The downside that I see to this figure is that the arms, torso, head, and lower legs all have the same tint to their paint, but the hips and upper thighs are a different shade. Not something that you would notice unless you like your Venus without her toga. The figure does an excellent job of catching that carved from stone look. All the imperfections on the figure are darn near exact to that of the original work, but Figma didn't decide to go overboard with the nooks and crannies to overpresent the fact that this is supposed to be a marble statue.
So here we have Venus de Milo, and we're going to talk about her articulation. As you can see in her base form, you really can't do much besides move her head and her waist. So that is remedied because Figma, lucky for us, decided to include an upper, which adds to her articulation, which is really nice considering that they are doing a interesting art piece here. So let's go right into it. As you can see, she has a double ball joint here on her hand, and then we have one here on her elbow, which could have been hidden a little better, but regardless, I think it's pretty good. Despite her matte finish that she has, this ball joint looks really shiny. But nonetheless, it looks okay. Again, we have this head that moves left and right, up and down. We have a joint here, which also helps in the neck articulation. Same goes for the other arm. We have a full 360 right here on her waist. Now, if you have the base on her, you obviously can't move her legs, and lucky for us again, Figma decided to remedy that. And that's simple. Well, not really simple right now, but as you can see, you can put this skirt or toga on her, and it helps with moving her legs and posing her. Now, most likely, if this was on my desk, I would put this toga on her to help with the posing and articulation. So let's go with her legs. You have a kind of a rotten, unfortunately you don't have a rocker for her ankle, but you do have a ball joint similar to that of her elbow. And we have one here on the knee, and we have a ball joint here, that 360 right here on the leg. So there you have it. She's pretty articulated, standard for a Figma figure. I really like the fact that she comes with stuff like this toga right here to help in the articulation. So there you go. Articulation for Venus de Milo.
Accessories. This figure has a stand, 7 extra hands, an apple, and an extra hand joint should one break off during your constant changing of the hands in an effort to get that perfect pose. Venus also comes with an extra upper body that has arms. While you can display your Venus in her original form, adding the torso with arms gives her that extra oomph that will help her fit into your collection of Stone Man robots, planetary Navy Scouts, and golden-haired super soldiers.
Hello, we're back. Thanks for watching our review. Let's go into the final thoughts. Now, what do I think of this figure? Before I get into that, I have to ask Ron, why did you buy this? Out of all the figures you could have bought, I know you're an anime fan, but you decided to buy a piece of art instead of something that's related to anime or movies, which usually when someone is looking for a figure, that's what they would buy because they're a fan of a series. But this doesn't really have a TV series. This is a piece of art. Why?
Well, when I initially wanted to purchase a figure there, I was looking at the David, but the David's pre-order right now. And what I really liked about the David out there was it offered a set of articulated eyes, silly poses and things like that, you know, when you look at the piece of art, you just see him standing there. But what having the figure allows you to do is pose it differently. And so looking at the options that were available from Figma at the time, it was either the Venus or the Thinker. Now, I went with the Venus because she has an interchangeable upper torso without the arms. So you can have your authentic museum piece, but at the same time, fiddling with her, you can give her a lightsaber or have her wear Piccolo's hat.
Or do a special beam cannon.
Special beam cannon.
Yeah. I think that's what I really like about this figure. Figma made it to a scale that works with all of their figure line. And I like where they're going, and I hope they do something more with this kind of art and figures. So I would say this figure is good for a conversation piece. Let's say you are in the office and you have that sitting there. Someone's going to notice it right away because it's not anime. Everyone knows what a Venus de Milo is. So from a collector's standpoint, I've been collecting for a while, and why I would want to get this is because she just fits with all my other ones. If I want to do like a funny picture, definitely. And so I'm going to give my rating. I give this a 9 out of 10 G-stars. It is almost 8. I know, right? Like, I'm an anime, movie fan, but I gave this, it's really good. I can't deny that this figure is it's just that good. It's really awesome. Ron, what do you give this and why?
Well, if I had to go on a similar rating there, from 1 to 10 there, I'm going to go ahead and go with an 8.
An 8?
I'm going to go with the 8 because I only have one other figure I can base this off of. And based on your collection and the amount of amount of figures out there, I can't necessarily give it a higher or a perfect score just based off the 2 that I see. But this one right here, in the last couple hours here working with Dex on the review and everything like that, I'm having a blast with this thing. A blast.
Yes, it's very fun to pose it with all my other figures and stuff with all the effects. It's awesome. All right. So thanks for joining us today. I hope you really like this review. Rate, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you next time. Fancy name tag!
Hey you! Thanks for watching. Rate, comment, and subscribe. Where? Right here. Not there, right here. You. And thanks for watching. So, rate, comment, and subscribe. Right here, right there, right here. Yeah.
That's okay. But I'm a big fan of the female form here, and this is a wonderful piece of artwork described as... I forgot what I'm talking about.
See how hard this is?
Oh, yeah.
It's different. What is that, Ron?
Bam!
Whoa, what is that?
We're going to go with the Figma Arts Table Museum Venus de Milo.
Figma Arts.
Yeah, Figma.
It's Figma. It's Figma?
But it's art.
Oh, it is art. We're gonna... Oh my god, I'm so sorry.